Has Kemi Badenoch gone mad? It's a genuine question, because after what she's been doing lately and what she did today, I'm beginning to think she's loosened the plot. I'm guessing that she's worried she's not getting the attention she thinks she deserves, because she seems to be jumping on any kind of bandwagon just to try and score some cheap political points. Yesterday, she put out a post supporting the release of a convicted criminal, Lucy Connolly. She was sent to prison for inciting violence by wanting hotels full of men, women and children to be burnt to the ground. Yet she still thinks someone like that should be free and walking the streets. Don't forget, she's the leader of the opposition, and here she is undermining the rule of law. And today, she made herself look like a complete and utter fool, which in turn makes her party look foolish. In the emergency debate about taking ownership of British Steel, and the business secretary Jonathan Reynolds explaining how they didn't inherit a deal, Badenoch wanted to try and intervene. But as he was still speaking, she then decided to call a point of order, to which then she just lies to the House. See, Badenoch had put this statement out the day before, saying that she had this great deal when she was in office. Sounds a bit Trumpish to me. It was a great deal, it's a beautiful deal. And that Labour had reneged on this deal. But it's just simply not true. When she tried to argue in the clip I'm about to show you, she has to then admit at the very end they didn't have a deal because the negotiations were still going on. So the intervention just makes her look completely incompetent.
And I welcome the opposition's support today for this recall. But this issue should have been resolved years ago. I also believe they may now view it as a mistake to have given this essential national asset to this company. But I have to address, and I do this as a matter of genuine regret, the statement I saw made by the Leader of the Opposition yesterday. Because she claimed that, while she did my job, she negotiated a modernisation plan with British Steel to build an electric arc furnace at Teesside, followed by one at Scunthorpe. Mr. Speaker, I wish to make unequivocally clear to the House the new government inherited no such deal. We could not renege on that deal because it did not exist. On day one, I was told there had been a lack of progress on this matter to date. So if such a deal was negotiated, somehow in secret, I would ask the Leader of the Opposition to say how much money she agreed to give Xingye for this deal, what were the conditions placed upon it, and to state the obvious, building 2 electric arc furnaces in 2 different locations would be more expensive than building one in one location. And given Xingye's request to build 2 furnaces in Scunthorpe was for £1.2 billion in taxpayer support, what...
Point of order. Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, I would like advice on how to counter the points which the Secretary of State is making, given that they are factually incorrect, and they're factually incorrect and a complete misrepresentation of the situation that he inherited.
It's just been clarified by her good self. I can say I can't make the Secretary of State give way when you want to come to dispatch spots, but I'm sure if he notices again, he may wish to. Secretary of State.
Speaker, this is an excellent chance to clarify this, because if the Leader of the Opposition agreed a deal with Xingye to cause massive job losses in Scunthorpe, transfer the jobs to a completely different place at higher cost than the request the company made to us, I think she should be able to tell us, and I'm more than happy for her to give the
Mr. Speaker, Labour cannot negotiate. We were negotiating a modernisation deal that would have had limited job losses, just like we had in Port Talbot. They inherited a functioning commercial deal in Port Talbot. The same was going to happen with British Steel had we not had a snap election. What he is doing now, Mr. Speaker, is the union-pushed deal. They brought that deal to me, Mr. Speaker. I said no, he said yes.
Mr. Speaker, this is genuinely revelatory. I say again, if Xingye's request was for £1.2 billion to build at lesser cost in one place, what was the sum of money agreed by the Leader of the Opposition when she was Business Secretary to build in 2 places? Give it, because it certainly wasn't in the accounts of the Chancellor. I will give that. How much money was agreed to Xingye to close the jobs in Scunthorpe. Mr. Speaker.
When you are negotiating, you do not have... They're cheering and laughing because they love this. They think that the public taking on billions of pounds of liabilities is fantastic. We had not finished the negotiation, so there was no amount. But it would have succeeded better than the terrible plan that he's got now.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I believe our friends in the press will follow that up and find out exactly how much money the Leader of the Opposition secretly promised to Xingye to transfer those jobs out of Scotland. I think it might be wise, honourable members, on all counts, for that statement to be withdrawn. Mr. Speaker.
As Jonathan Reynolds said in that clip, the media will come out with the actual truth. And sure enough, Ava Santina from Politics Joe reported exactly the same thing. They didn't have a deal, and they were trying to negotiate the same deal that Labour were. So why is she doing this? Is she just really losing the plot and thinking that she needs to score point after point when she's not even doing that effectively? Is she fearing for a job? Could there be talk of ousting her? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And it was only a few days ago that she had one of the worst interviews that you can possibly imagine. That's on the video that's on screen now, so go watch that next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.